Virgina Satir was a family therapist who was very effective in solving family problems. John Grinder and Richard Bandler modeled her work due to her effectiveness in resolving communication issues. Virginia Satir was of the opinion that there are primarily 4 types of people who have certain communication strategies when they are faced with problems. The first person she would call was a blamer. A blamer is a person who does not take responsibility for what is happening with him and looks for other people to shift the blame onto. These are the people who are usually the ones that initiate the conflict. Second comes the placater. The placater is a people pleaser. He is a person who says, "I'm sorry, please don't be mad at me. It's important for me that you should be happy with me." A placater is a person who seeks approval from others. He is a person who is more invested in how people perceive him than what he thinks about himself. A blamer and a people pleaser usually operate in some kind of an ecosystem where one complements the other. So the blamer needs somebody to blame, and the people pleaser is the one who takes the responsibility from the blamer and tries to keep him happy. So they function in a way that is complementary to each other. Third comes a person who is known as a computer. He is a person who talks very logically and clinically. He does not have any display of emotions. He does not show his emotions out. He kind of masks it. And a person who talks in a way like he is not really involved in the situation. He is talking like a third party, like a person who is not even feeling anything at that particular point of time. So this is a person who is a computer. He is talking about something in a way to keep himself away from the problem so that he does not have to face or experience his feelings. The fourth position is of a person who is called a distractor. A distractor is a person who tries to distract everybody else from the core problem. So he could use humor, he could use other topics, he will do whatever it is in his power so that people don't really focus on the problem because he does not want to face his emotions either. So what is common between these 4 communication strategies? What is common is that the person does not allow himself to completely express his feelings or even experience it. He wants to shift it out somewhere by blaming, by people pleasing, by talking about it clinically, or by distracting everybody including himself. The 5th communication strategy, which Virginia Satir said is most useful, is the leveler or the assertive person. The assertive person operates from the now and how. He is not blaming anybody, he is not looking for shortcuts out of a problem, he is ready to work on it. This is a person who is operating out of his adult function, which is quite well developed. These are the type of people who are able to solve problems and move ahead in situations. These are the 5 primary communication strategies: the blamer, the people pleaser, the person who talks clinically, the computer, followed by the distractor and the leveler. Which of these 5 strategies do you identify with? What has been happening in your ecosystem? Do you see anything that you can relate to in this?